The following program may contain subject matter and language that those with a weak constitution will find distasteful and offensive. You've been warned.
Dude, WTF.
Oh, man. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Dude, what the fuck?
What the fuck, man?
What the fuck?
Come on, man.
Dude.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
What the f-
Come on, man. What the
WTF,
fuck?
dude?
What the fuck, man?
Get in here. What the
Holy shit, what the fuck?
WTF, man?
Dude, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
What the f- What the fuck?
What the fuck? Oh my god. What the fuck? WTF, dude. WTF. Oh my god.
Welcome to What the everybody. I'm Joe Joseph. Tonight, we are joined by Jules.
Hello.
Popeye, Mr. Paranoid, and JJ. How's it going, guys?
What up?
How you doing? We're rocking it hard here in upstate New York.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. And
Yeah.
folks, if anybody's not familiar with this show, kind of picture one of those old Western tables where they actually bring in, like, everybody's drinking the scotch because that's all they got, or the whiskey, and we're just kicking it back and just talking about anything that comes to our mind. So tonight, I got to start this off, guys, because this is really kind of ticking me off, and what better place and venue to talk about this than right here. So YU55, what the
That's supposed to pass right by us, right?
That's right. But why the scare? Why is everybody freaking out over this thing, man? You know, it's one of those things, when in wonder or in doubt, run in circles, scream and shout. No. It's one of these asteroids that fly by. They do it all the time. What the hell is everybody so freaked out about?
It's big.
Okay.
Well, it's just
It's the
another
size of an
thing.
aircraft
It's another
cannon.
thing to focus on.
Okay, but listen, man. So there's a picture that Richard Hoagland actually put out today, and it's got this really fuzzy picture of YU55 on the left, and on the right, he's got a picture of the Death Star. It's like, it could be, dude.
Oh man, and I'm surprised Alex Jones and Steve Quayle aren't in on this.
Oh my gosh, man! I mean, people need to pull their head out of their tuchus because this is crazy. Don't believe this stuff. There was a video that actually came out that said, "We're all gonna die again." It's like, yeah, come on, man. You know, it's like, how many times are you going to hear this date? Oh God, it's all calamity. And even Glenn Beck had come out this last week and had said something along the lines of, in the next 15 days, I have it from a most reliable source of the highest level that we are going to be a 9/11 event that will change the world forever. Today's sponsor is emergencyfood.com. Yes, emergency food. Go get your emergency supplies right now. And it's absolutely crazy. So
people like being afraid, though. I think that the reason sensationalism works so well is because people have like an emotional response to it. So if you want to get those listeners, and if you want to get the irrational, illogical people on board with whatever message you're spitting out, a message of fear seems to work pretty well across the board.
Oh, absolutely. But I mean, they got to come up with something a little more believable than this. And the second thing is, okay, you got an asteroid coming inbound, right? Something of this magnitude would definitely screw things up for planet Earth and probably most of its inhabitants. So if there's this asteroid hurtling at us, WTF are you going to do about it? So it's just one of those things, you know? It's like, I'm not going to worry about it. We're screwed.
And if it really was, they wouldn't tell us. If it was really going to strike the planet, they wouldn't tell us.
Yeah, but you got to think there's some sort of astronomer or amateur astronomer that gets the picture and puts it out. And as fast as things get around on the internet, I mean, I think the cat would be out of the bag in no time. The problem is you have these crackpot people that go on these talk shows and write articles about with a picture of this fuzzy blur on the left and the Death Star on the right.
Well, Joe, didn't you listen to anything Francis Walsh was talking about? I mean, Francis is pretty much a skeptic about all of this. He had Hoagland on his show. I don't know if it was the beginning. Well, this is Monday, so it must have been last week. And, he doesn't typically agree with the intelligent control. He was talking about that with Ellen also. And Francis pretty much said nothing's going to happen.
Of course.
Hoagland had mentioned that if it hit the moon, there could be some meteors that come off the moon and head toward Earth. But Francis was saying tonight that...
If it hits the moon, how big is the meteor?
It's 400 meters.
Well, it's 11 point. Actually, it's I can't remember what it was. It's bigger than that.
It's 400 meters, and it was the size of an aircraft carrier.
Right? Yeah, like a Nimitz-class aircraft carrier. Right. I don't think anything. Yeah, even if it did hit, I mean, like I said,
don't worry about it, guys.
What are you gonna do about it?
Yeah, you're not. You're not.
You got to focus on the things that you can actually change and make.
Don't you know what they're going to do, Mr. Joe Joseph? They're going to call up Bruce Willis and the rest of his crew, and they're going to go up there and they're going to drill and they're going to put a bomb in it and they're going to save us at the last minute. Damn it,
dude! I just want to play the role of Steve Buscemi, and that's it.
Mr. Pink.
I love that guy.
Me too.
My wife hates him.
I'm trying to be serious tonight.
Good luck with that.
Because your eye? Because you're wearing an eye patch?
My eye. I got a patch on my eye, so I got to.
Jay, why don't you tell the listeners who don't know what happened to you the massive.
I got into a sword fight with one of Benjamin Fulford's ninjas. They finally arrived, and who did they go after? Me.
Jackass.
I got into it's funny. It really is funny. I bent over in the darkness, and I happened to have palm trees in my kitchen, and caught one in the eye. It was pretty horrific.
So GJ bent over in the darkness, caught one in the eye, and now he has to wear an eye patch, ladies and gentlemen. That's pretty much JJ's time in prison. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much. I've been waiting patiently for 2 years for these ninja assassins. What's up, man?
2? Man, yeah, I mean...
A car that runs on water, but he can't get these ninja assassins rolling?
That's what I'm saying. That was a bone of contention that I had because he came out like right before the 2008 Olympics, and he's like, President Bush, if you don't change your ways, we have 1,000 ninja assassins ready to strike.
He put a letter out there, a notice to all that their days were numbered. If
But man, how does a guy like that ran a publication? Who the hell was he an editor for? I can't even remember. It's something big. It's like Forbes.
He probably hangs out with Saoirse Fowle.
So I mean,
right, Forbes.
How do you write for Forbes and then put out that kind of banter, man? It's crazy. Wait a minute though, because bankers.
Have you guys ever paid attention to who writes for MSNBC? I mean, or Fox or any of them? Come on. Same morons.
Got a point.
That's true. Yeah, you got a point.
Him and Lindsey Williams are working together on this one, I think.
So, real quick question. Is Benjamin Fulford, is he the guy that says that these earthquakes have been actually underground bombings of bases or something like that?
Yeah, he did say that.
Yes.
Well, he's probably irradiated by now. His mind is going.
Oh, yeah, he's being irradiated.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, he's in Japan.
So maybe he really does see 100,000 or ninjas or whatever it is. Maybe he has
but that wasn't in 2008.
Yeah, exactly.
They're still waiting. They're waiting for that phone call.
Jones, he was on Jones 3 or 4 times talking about it. I just don't
get how this guy gets this kind of. That's my point, man. How did How do you see these? How do you see these people? Hear them, hear what they say, see that they're wrong time and time and time again, and still watch them. It drives me absolutely crazy.
It's entertainment value. Some people like a train wreck, Joe. I mean, there's other radio shows that are just complete, utter train wrecks, and people still listen to them. I don't understand how they get listeners. Oh no, this one's actually.
This show rocks ass.
I would say this thing's like 5 stars compared to the other train wreck programs.
Oh man, tell me about it. All right, folks, we'll be right back. Don't go away. This is What the on the Orion Talk Radio Network.
It's the music JJ heard while at the ER yesterday.
That's right. While I was on the elevator, they were playing this in the waiting room.
This freaking music is crap. But, you know, sorry, what can I say?
Make a deal.
Yeah, well, what?
YouTube safe.
Welcome back to What the... We're joined by Uncle Ken of Information Nation. Good evening, Ken.
Good
Hey,
evening.
Joe, Jules.
That's Wink
Popeye.
Martindale to you.
That's
Who?
We're making fun before we came on air. We were making fun of the fact that the music sounds like these 70s and 80s game shows. So, you know, Joe's Wink Martindale.
That's right.
Yep, that old fucking slipped. Oh well.
I've been told the next
that old
person.
game show host that used to run around in the 80s.
We've been told. I've been told by the network manager that the next person that talks about this music, this dental office music, is getting tased.
So that means if we talk about it, you get tased because you're the closest to him. Okay, that's cool, Jimmy. I'm down with it. That's not my problem. So that's awesome.
All right, Ken. Let me ask you a question. What do you,
Okay.
are we going to be struck by an asteroid or what, man?
I don't care.
There you go.
It
Spoken
can
like
hit
a trooper.
us. It can hit the moon.
Right in the chest.
Who cares? You can't do anything about it anyhow. Bruce Willis
Go,
is not
Kenny.
available.
That's what I like.
So why does everybody keep saying he can't go up in his space shuttle? Come on, he did it in a freaking movie. He will be there. It's Bruce Willis. Come on.
They did already do that once, you know. They landed
He
on
did.
the
He knows
asteroid.
how to do it. Jules has a point. Now he's got it down pat. He's like, just send me up.
Yeah,
We
but
can go.
that was the size of Texas. This one's only the size of an aircraft carrier.
Okay, so even less of a problem. I guess,
No,
though,
we-
they'd have a problem landing on it, right?
Yeah, we have to send a Navy pilot up there.
That's right.
Oh, man.
Ain't that right, Joe?
Well, ain't they typically Navy pilots that are astronauts anyway? You don't quite hear them. Air Force pilot, Air Force colonel. No, it's always a Navy pilot. How come the Air Force can't hang with in the space industry?
Because they
you
used
know?
the poor Air Force guys as the test pilots for all the new ships. and
That's
stuff.
right. Well, because
For all
you
the
know
new
that's what
planes.
you see, like the monkeys going up, the you know those test ones right there. That's what I'm talking about. That's the Air Force.
That's what they look at us like, dude. Think about it.
What's that? Like a
gone
boat
to
to
the
me?
VA. You've gone to the VA, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. You ever see all the old vets? You ever talk to them, ask them what some of them did, and chat with them? Some of them had, like, some of the most effed up jobs in the military that, like, you had to volunteer for at the time. They didn't even exist. And you could see they're all crippled because of their job. And they'll tell you some of the most screwed up stories. And I'm like, didn't they give you guys a warning about any of this stuff? No, they didn't care. Commander told us not to be wimps, just to go, whatever, take care of business. I'm like, damn. But I think about it, I'm like, well, they did the same thing to us. You
Yeah.
know? Don't be pussies. Get in there and do it. This is for God and country. Rah, 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 rah. And then you come out choking to death, How many times did people get thrown out of boot camp while you were there, dude? I know there was at least like 6 or 7 people that they got so physically injured during training and stuff that they didn't even make it into the service. They got injured in boot camp, and now these people will get medical benefits because they got injured in boot camp. I mean, it's crazy. Nobody thinks about that, but so many people die during training alone. So, just retarded. Another
dude, when they make you cycle in full winter dress and in a 90 degree, they crank up the heat in the barracks. Everybody gets your full winter dress on, and they cycle you till you puke. You got to figure that some people are gonna probably get some permanent damage from that.
It's trauma-based mind control.
You guys have
110%. Boot camp is trauma-based mind control. Because when I came out, I was ready to jump in front of live ammo. I was ready to just like bite bullets out of the sky and fist fight everybody. I wanted to take on the Taliban myself. I want everybody want guys know how it is. You get out of boot camp, you're like, let's go to war.
When I was in, there was no Taliban. That's what was crazy.
Well, no, it was probably Saddam Hussein or whoever else. You know what I'm saying? Or the communists or the Russians. When my father it was the communists.
Slobodan Milosevic.
Exactly. When Ken was in, it was the North Vietnamese. There's always a bad person. It's always an ist or an ism that you have to go fight.
That's right.
Yeah, when I was in the Boy Scouts, it was Troop 106. We hated them, son of a...
What an idiot.
Got a call-in number tonight. It's 1-888-320-6151.
Does that mean I got to pay attention to that and freaking answer the phone?
Nobody's going to call, dude.
Okay, good.
Don't sweat it.
Now, see, you did that. Now we're going to get 10 phone calls. All right. I'm just going to watch it over here. You guys go ahead and talk.
I let the cat out of the bag. You can't answer calls. Oh, all right. Well, guess what? All right, we don't have a call-in number then tonight.
Okay, yeah, you can't answer the calls unless you called from Orion. I did call from Orion.
All right, well,
then Joe can take calls on air, ladies and gentlemen.
Son of a gun. Okay, I'm going to screw it up real bad, but, that's cool because that's how I roll on my show.
God. Okay, get prepared to get disconnected from the network, 15er.
That's how I roll on my show.
Here's the call-in number if the listeners actually want to call in and, if you have something to say, like you have a WTF segment, you want to get something off your chest, but don't swear on air. You kind of have to censor yourself just a wee bit. But it's 888
WTF for you.
You're going to cut off the phone number. They can't even call in.
888-320-6151. That's 888-320-6151. Monday. It's incredible.
All right, listen, here's a good So I go to the doctor today, right? Now, guess what? Now, all medical records now are digital, right? They make you take a picture. They take a picture of you at the freaking doctor. I just got to, you know what? I don't even need a doctor anymore.
Like
they take a picture.
Like
right
an ID
there.
picture?
Yeah.
That's weird.
A doctor I've been going to since I was 5 years old. I'm like, dude.
Why does he suddenly need a photo of you?
Maybe he wants to, maybe he's thinking about you.
Dude.
Did he inject you with anything?
Hey, that's personal.
I don't know. You talked about hanging from a stop sign last week. How personal can it get?
Yeah, but no, is that crazy? When's the last time? Look, I'm serious. I'm not kidding. I went to the doctor, right? And after they took my temperature and all that, they asked me with a laptop with the camera on it, and they wanted to take my picture.
Did you have to give them your approval?
Huh?
Did you have to give them your approval?
Boy, look at that. Joe's got a call.
I didn't do it. I just left. I told him I didn't want his services any longer.
Hey, guys, we got a call. It's area code 971. You're live on the air. Go ahead.
Hello, Joe. It's Adolf Bernanke from your chat room.
Oh, hey, man. How's it going?
It's going pretty good. I'm enjoying the New World Order, the new world we live in. It's great, you know what I'm saying? $30 bank overdraft fees. It's all great, $5 debit card, royalty fees. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, what the is about, with that. Hey, but it's a good thing though, because Bank of America kind of got the picture, kind of like Netflix. Raise your price to 60%, and guess what you get? Yeah, that's right. A whole lot of nothing. Whole lot of nothing, baby. And Bank of America is quickly finding that out too. It's only $5 a month. Yeah, but you can't squeeze blood from a stone, biatch. And that's what it all comes down to. Stop trying to steal all my money. Hey, Popeye, don't we have a special clip we'd like to show the listeners?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to play it on the other side of the break.
Oh, yeah.
This is radio, Joe.
My schnizzle, my nizzle.
Let's show them.
What the F, Joe? Don't you know we're on the radio? We're not on television?
Oh, shizzle.
Ladies and gentlemen, stay right there.
Yeah,
Adolf,
thank you.
hang out on the call line. Don't hang up. We'll be back in a few seconds. Stay tuned.
This is Ken, host of the Information Nation. Join us every Sunday night, 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 Central, right here on the Orion Talk Radio Network.
I feel like I should be wearing a suit sitting in a big chair with like a fire behind me. And I should have like a velvet suit jacket on.
What's going on?
I feel like I should bash my head in with a claw hammer right now. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying.
I'll pay $1 to see that.
I figured you
The only
would.
problem is we're on air. We don't have a video feed, so we can't.
Shut
okay.
up, you
Apparently,
freaking...
Joe has a video feed.
Because we can make money off this. So there's a lot of sick people out there. So if anybody wants to watch Joe smash his head in with a hammer,
Dude, we're on Roku. That goes over a TV, right?
$4.95.
50 cents. Just
The proceeds go to the Orion Talk Radio Network, and for an extra $5, we will tase JJ Inc. in the face.
Hey,
In the eye.
It's a pay-per-view. $49.95 for a pay-per-view.
oh, man. I get no respect.
I'm down to pay right now.
See, even Adolf is willing to pay. He's a listener. He's willing to pay to see JJ get tased and anybody else get injured and maimed. I mean, hey, that's what we Americans like, right?
Just remember, there always has to be that first guy through the door. He's the guy.
So, Adolf, what are you up to?
I'm just enjoying this new show that y'all are providing. I'm very thankful that y'all are doing this What the F Mondays. These are great. It's a good alternative to what's already out there.
Well, it's better than hearing like YU55 is coming in. We're all gonna make sure that you go to your caves, everybody. We're all gonna die again.
Well, if it comes through, I hope it does, because if I live through it, there's going to be hell to pay. I'm waiting for an excuse to unleash the beast. I think.
Well, that would certainly give you the option, because if a comet actually hit the planet and we survived anything, you wouldn't have the internet. It wouldn't be like, I have my iPad, I'll be safe. I'll give you my credit card. Yeah, that's all going to be completely useless. So I wouldn't worry about any of that.
No, I ain't worried about that kind of crap.
It's going to be like Road Warrior type stuff.
Doesn't that fall under the TSA's heading of supposing to keep us safe? They should go out there and catch it.
So what are you going to tell me? TSA is going to molest the comet's testicles and make it not hit the Earth?
Dude, it probably would. It would probably pull it over and inspect it before it crashed into the planet. They'd send a Soyuz rocket up in orbit just to freaking stop it. Hey, come on, let's check it for metals. And you got a gun?
Not to mention the DARPA thing that just disappeared. Nobody knows where it went, where it gone. It's just gone. DARPA plane disappears. Oh, don't worry about it.
I'm more worried about the
that was like 2 months ago.
Oh yeah, that like $10 bazillion black ops aircraft that they just plunged into the ocean. So sad. It was an accident.
Yeah, we've got a comet out there that's heading this way, and they've been tracking that thing for 100 years already, and they couldn't tell you where a satellite's going to land.
Exactly.
I'd be real concerned about going up in a space shuttle.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, we don't know where you're going to land, but
Well,
you're
anybody
going
that's
to
ever
hit the
served in the
Earth.
military knows that they fix stuff with duct tape. So I mean, the space shuttle's probably they're walking
We
in.
did
So did I
that.
fix the problem? The dude's duct taping like the those big tiles on the bottom. He's like, yeah, we're just gonna use some crazy glue and some duct tape. Don't worry
Hey,
about it.
Popeye, don't laugh.
Duct tape's awesome, man.
Fix it, man.
When I was overseas, we had a chopper come in to get fixed, and they were in a big hurry to get it, so we slapped some duct tape and some paint on it and sent it back out. Who cares? I mean, they're not aerodynamic, so the duct
That's
tape is
redneck
probably
body
still
work,
on there.
dude. Are you kidding? Out here where I live, that's body work.
That and Bondo.
Duct tape and some Bondo, man. Hey, a public service announcement here. I've just been informed of the dangers of having phone sex. You may get hearing aids.
Oh
go
my
deaf?
god.
You're already blind and you're going deaf
Hello,
now?
is this thing out? Is this thing working?
You can't hear a crappy joke when
Like
he
the
hears.
Helen Keller of radio, dude.
All I can say to
Is
that
this
one,
thing working?
JJ,
Come
is
on.
golf clap.
Can you talk in Braille?
I'm doing the show by Braille, yes. It's just so that
Can you
everybody-
please produce a monitor that lets me read because I'm blind? I want to read by Braille on my monitor, but I can't.
I can't.
I have to hire a special needs person to do my chat
JJ is special
surfing, my
needs.
internet surfing, all of that.
JJ is special needs. He's the guy with whiteout on his computer screen.
He probably.
Yeah, I'm going to let y'all go. Thank you.
Hey, no sweat, man. Have a good night, Adolf.
Thanks.
Guys, check this out. Bob Tuskin was running around. All the listeners know Bob Tuskin. Everybody pretty much knows who Bob Tuskin is.
We know
So-
Bob.
I think
Booby
we all-
Tuskin's running around up in North Florida, and he goes to the. There was a hemp fest over there, so he was running around interviewing people over there, trying to, see if anybody was awake. And he's talking to people about fluoride and stuff. And this one guy comes up and he's talking to him, and the guy proceeds to tell him that he eats toothpaste. Now, I don't know if the listeners have heard this, but I'm going to play this clip because this just cracks me up. It's like 38 seconds. So just check it out.
They put it in your toothpaste? Yeah, toothpaste. I got you. Okay, so what we want to know is, do you know how dangerous that fluoride is and what that can do to your pineal gland? What kind of cancers that cause? Are you familiar with that? Yeah, I remember all that. Yeah, if you look at the back of your toothpaste on it, it says, warning, if you swallow this toothpaste, call poison control. So they don't want you to swallow the fluoride. You know that, right?
Shit, I swallow toothpaste. I eat toothpaste.
You eat toothpaste?
Yeah, I got a whole thing of toothpaste for Halloween.
Well, that's not good for you.
There's Bob. That's not, he's like, I got a whole tube of toothpaste for Halloween.
Halloween, man. Look at my pearly whites.
We have toothpaste for Thanksgiving this year.
So you could tell that the fluoride has already rotted the guy's brain.
Maybe
he can't even pronounce.
Among other things, Popeye, I think fluoride's probably the least of his concerns.
Well, he was smoking. Bob caught the guy. The guy's smoking a blunt, whether it's tobacco or wacky tobacco in it, I don't know. But the guy's sitting there holding it, and he's, as he's talking to Bob, the smoke's billowing out of his mouth. So
I thought it was pretty cool, man. Talk about what a place to do an interview, the Hemp Festival. And let me ask you this. Has anybody else, because we're all in different parts of the country, has anybody else outside of people in Florida ever seen a hemp festival?
No comment.
No,
Never.
right? Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, that says a lot about the
Unless you
state.
talk about a dead show.
easy. We call Florida the crazy state, and I live here, and we call it the crazy state because, dude, there was a guy down here. He got mad at his car. He was driving this a couple of years ago. Pulled the car over on the side of the road, pulled out his AK-47, and unloaded two full magazines, into the car's engine, and then proceeded to walk up the highway with his AK.
Jeez.
Well, you can't say you haven't wanted to do that before.
Isn't that like Falling Down, like that movie with what's his face? Michael Douglas with the baseball bat.
Movie.
And everything.
Oh,
that's
awesome.
like one of my favorite.
Walks through South Central.
Hell yeah, it's kind of like what they're doing down in South Beach.
To do that.
Gets pissed off.
Well, South Beach is a crap hole, dude. I used to live there, and it's gone down the crapper very fast. And of course, that gives the cops the excuse to go out and buy new toys and, beat people and shoot people and act like just total douches, because that's what they do. They're good at it.
That's
They're
good.
Pros.
Great. South
They
Beach.
get all the new toys. They can go and shoot down airplanes now. And
Oh, that's the NYPD. They're like the NYPD is bigger than the Coast Guard, dude. The Coast Guard's a branch of the military. That should really scare the crap out of people that a civilian police force
Well,
has more firepower than a military unit.
Well, what do you think the TSA is with the stuff they're pulling down in Tennessee and all the rest of this stuff? Obama said he wanted a private military force that was just as well funded as the military.
Yeah.
And apparently
TSA.
he got it.
But don't we already have that? I mean, look at how the police forces have been militarized. I mean, look at these protests.
I'll tell you
protesters,
something, Joe. With all of the stuff that New York has, all of this nice weaponry and that, I bet they still don't go into the hood.
No, there's plenty of
Well,
places.
think about this, man. The entry-level police officer in New York City, I think they start off at $27,000 a year. That's in New York City.
No
I mean,
way.
that's crazy. Yeah.
There's a place out in Los Angeles County, okay? It's out by Compton. It's called the Jungle. The cops don't go in there at all. It's a section they just don't go in. The people in there police it. You ever see the movie with Training Day? Denzel?
Yeah.
No, I didn't see that.
You got to watch that movie. They show part of it, how there's a section where the cops don't go in. They all police themselves and take care of their own business. Cops don't even want to go in there.
Where it should be.
Because they got more firepower than the police department.
All right, we got a break coming up, guys. This is the Orion Talk Radio Network.
We're at JJ's eye doctor right now. We're all in the waiting room. Okay, it's...
This music is just fantastic. I love it. It motivates.
We're in the eye doctor's office.
Yeah, now we're in the eye doctors. This is the music that they play while you're waiting. So because they do this on purpose, they want you to take the nearest pen and stab your other eye out because it would be
as Jimmy said.
Than to listen to this shit.
The optometrist.
Eye doctor.
The optometrist, yeah.
We're occupying the optometrist, and we're all here in solidarity with Jay Jink, who popped his own eyeball out of his head with a palm frond.
That was pretty.
It wasn't
it
a frond. It was a deadly needle.
It
All right,
takes
let's get
takes
straight.
talent. Hey, you know who else has talent, man? Snoop Dogg's got talent.
Oh, you know what? Snoop's got something special to say. He called into the show today, ladies and gentlemen. I've got him on the line. I'm going to bring Snoop up. He's got some stuff he wants to talk about. He says he wants to talk about all these crazy conspiracy theories. So here, check it out. I'm going to bring Snoop up. Snoop, what's up, my brother?
I was raised in the... Fuck that. I'm not getting no flu shots because it's flu season. Nigga, I'm going to take some motherfucking lemons, some honey, some oranges. Nigga, grandma got the remedy. Nigga, go holler at your grandma, nigga. Holler at somebody in your family, nigga. You don't need that shot, nigga. They shooting some shit in your ass. I'm cool. I don't want none of that. I'm straight. I think they shooting some control in you. Some shit to take control. You know? They have your mind, body, and soul. You know, slow you down a bit. I don't trust them. I'm cool. They sell shit over the counter that you should be able to buy that can sound like, get you some Theraflu, nigga.
It's a Theraflu, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, it gets better.
That shit look cool.
He said, I'm cool.
He's talking about Bluetooth headsets.
Blue light in his ear with the piece. He talking professional. He ain't got to hold the phone. He think he about something, you know. You know, the white man showed us the shit first. He was the first nigga that did it. Put his shit in his ear and started talking like he was, you know. So the nigga duplicated it. We wanted to be like that. But to me, somebody told me something that was real heavy. Somebody went overseas. 70.
That's heavy.
No, I'm not going to say their name. But they was in Japan. And technology in Japan is always 5 years faster than America. So in Japan, motherfuckers was creating that cell phone when America wasn't on no cell phone back then. And they was happened to be in a meeting. And one of the creators of the cell phone said, in 20 years, we're going to be able to have this big cell phone condensed into a piece this small where we'll be able to put it in your ear and we'll be able to, if we wanted to, we'll be able to blow up 100 million people's heads at one time if we wanted to. And when I heard that, I was like, wow, fuck that. I don't want no earpieces. I don't want none of that shit. Even when I go do a special engagement and I might perform, they might want to give me an earpiece. Like if I do, what show did I do? American Idol. They want to put an earpiece in a nigga like Janet Jackson and all that bullshit. I don't do all that. My ears is delicate. And I know y'all gonna blow a nigga head up once y'all get it in my ear. That's a conspiracy theory that I believe is true. Take them earpieces out. Talk to a motherfucker on the speakerphone so you can hear and see what they say. If another nigga say the world...
Now he's talking about the end of the world. Hold on. He talks about the end of the world like 2012 and Armageddon.
That motherfucker said the world was going to end. That old, shriveled up motherfucker on TV talking about the world was going to end and the shit still happened the next day. Niggas was partying and drinking and barbecuing and all kind of shit playing. Who was this nigga? What I think is the world ain't going to never end because that's what it was here to do. They keep revolving. When they showed the nigga the globe, right? They showed the nigga the globe for a reason. The globe revolves like this. So will the world revolve like this. You can kill a fly, the motherfucker next day, another one be flying around in front of your head. You can kill a nigga, another day, another nigga in your head. You know what I'm talking about? That's just how it is. Lions kill deers. Boom. Deer show up again. This is how it is. Sharks eat fish, still a school of fish. You know what I'm saying? It's just whales eat seals, it's still a whole bunch of seals. It's gonna keep revolving, man. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Should have been.
And the last thing he talks about is the government putting drugs into the community and introducing crack into the hood.
I honestly believe that the government did put crack in the ghettos and the communities because I was one who sold crack and dibbled and dabbled around with it and it just fell out the sky. It wasn't just like it was something that just we grew it or we, knew how to make it from scratch. It was given to us. And when it was given to us, we passed it on to our homies. If it was an older homie who knew how to do it, he passed it down to a couple of his homies. And it was just a situation where we never stopped to think, like, why is it here and how did it even get here? But most definitely, I believe it was designed and planted by the government because they were so hard on it once we got a hold of it and mastered it. But if you notice, powder cocaine still is not a felony compared to crack cocaine. We got some celebrities, I ain't gonna say these white bitches' name, but these motherfuckers always get caught with powder cocaine, riding on the freeway the wrong way, sniffing coke, doing all kind of shit. And you have a motherfucking nigga from the hood who get caught with a 5-piece rock, and you give him his third strike. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that. So that's why I say this definitely designed to break down the ghetto. That's why I was planted in the ghetto.
Thank you, Snoop. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg in the hizzy.
Golf club.
Oh, that dude is deep.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man.
Hey, where are the white
dog.
women at?
Oh, I haven't heard that in a long time, man. That's cool.
I love Blazing Saddles.
Movie is great. Yeah, but it'll hurt your asteroid.
Headley. Oh, boy, here we go again.
Asteroid now. That was
somebody
funny.
in the chat room wanted to know if Preparation H should work on an asteroid.
Oh, that's fun.
Some during the break, somebody in the chat room said, "Occupy the asteroid."
Occupy the asteroid.
I fell out of my chair laughing. You'll have somebody occupy the asteroid. We are
some good points, though.
We are the asteroids.
Good points about cell phones. Made some good points about the flu shot. He made some good points about crack in the hood, and some white bitches.
I thought it was
well, yeah, because they're all relevant points.
You know that dude was blazed.
You think
he was? Yeah, he was.
When is he not?
I don't know. I was watching. I seen him do a video today with Tupac. It was an old video, and he looked blazed even back then.
That's what I'm saying. That guy's just in a continual state of happiness. Although I can't imagine how much. I mean, how happy does that? Like, yo, man, I don't do no flu shot.
Did you guys ever see the video when he's doing the news on his little program? His eyes are two little slits.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, looks like a Chinaman.
China dog.
I'm not against it. I got no problem with somebody being blazed if they want to be, even if it's Snoop Dogg.
It's obviously for medicinal reasons.
Huh?
It's obviously for medical reasons. I'm sure he's got cataracts.
He's injured. He's injured in some way. Perhaps he's terminally ill. You don't know.
Oh, man. Well, we do know that you guys know about Freeway Ricky Ross, right?
No.
Come on, man.
No. Popeye, have you heard of Freeway Ricky Ross?
He's the crack kingpin of the 80s.
Okay. Yeah, we don't. Some of us don't hang out in those circles.
Yeah, see,
Freeway Ricky Ross is the guy that's responsible for helping the CIA introduce that into crack, into the ghetto.
And he just got out of prison a few what?
Yeah, now they're trying to put him back in prison again because he's out running his mouth. He's not, and I shouldn't say run his mouth. He's telling what he knows, and running your mouth would be talking smack. But he's out, telling what he knows, and the government wants to put him back in jail because they're like, this guy knows too much. He knows where the bodies are buried, and if they can get him back in jail, then he's a sitting duck. Then they can do whatever
get him on your show. Why don't you get him on your show?
I've tried. He won't. He don't respond.
JJ's got a cell phone. I wonder why. That's how JJ really hurt his eye.
Oh, dude, that's not even funny, man. No. That was a killer palm frond.
It was a Vatican. It was a Vatican assassin.
Palm frond.
Yeah, one of those ninjas came out and poked him with the sword.
Benjamin Fulford's ninja.
You guys are making fun of it, but I'm serious.
So Benjamin Fulford really did send his ninjas to get you?
Pretty sure it was Fulford, one of Fulford's ninjas that did it.
Jeez.
Occupy JJ's optometrist, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, that's right. Well, occupy the eye doctor.
Well, the truth is, since we're on the subject, the truth is the CIA and the DEA do bring drugs into the United States. They got to keep that war ramped up.
Do they really?
War on drugs. Fund their black ops, right?
This is all news to me, and of course, right as you're telling me, the top of the hour break comes up.
Yeah, I know, man. It's crazy.
Now I have to go learn during the break about the CIA's drug running. I guess I should start with Mena, Arkansas. Maybe I'll start there. Who used to be the governor of Arkansas? Oh, that's right, Slick Willie Clinton. Maybe I'll start there.
Arkansas, scary.
All right, I hear the music.
We're still waiting in your optometrist. Again, Occupy JJ's optometrist, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back.
Optometrist, guys. We'll be right back after this break.
The following program may contain subject matter and language that those with a weak constitution will find distasteful and offensive. You've been warned.
Come on, man. WTF.
This is, as you can see, JJ's music puts him to sleep. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
Say,
here, I got some bumper music for you.
What in the hell is this?
I don't know.
What are we on? I thought we were on another network for a minute. Are we on someone else's program? It's on around the same time? Oh no, only certain people will get that joke.
And out of curiosity, how did you have that queued up so fast? It's like you were listening to it before the show and you just conveniently had it there.
No, it's just in one of my, just in my queue. That's all.
Oh my goodness.
That was the worst
Yeah, it was awful.
I've ever heard.
Good.
Ever.
Jimmy, there's new bumper music for you.
Oh my God. That'll be the outgoing music for hour number 2. Oh my God.
Oh, I got a whole library full of junk like that.
Oh God, that's all you know. After you know the copyright police have descended upon YouTube, you can't put a video up with anything but like elevator music behind it. It's horrible.
That's why I had no trouble putting up WTF from last week. I left the bumper music, everything in there.
Oh yeah, you can't.
They probably listened to the first part of that and said, "We're not even going to bother. Nobody plays this stuff anymore."
No,
so it's good. Hey, it works. You know, it gets by those idiots.
They just sent you a photocopy of their middle finger laughing at you.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, there is such a thing as restless middle finger syndrome.
I love our crappy music, by the way. I embrace it because it fits the theme of the show.
You're just kissing ass to Jimmy. Get the hell out of here. Jimmy, I know you're listening.
He's right.
Come on, stop slobbing
I'm trying to give Jimmy X.
Oh my God.
I was trying to stick up for him a little bit. I really can't, though.
I really like the music. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Thank you so much.
Jimmy.
Oh.
But it's so bad it is good.
No, it's not really good.
It's so corny. He did it on purpose so people would think, what the?
That's exactly why he did it. That's why I said it is kind of perfect music because
my finger's always up.
It fits the show.
Right now, you didn't even know it. I'm doing it in Braille because my eyes aren't working.
Do people ever ask you for a prostate exam?
Nobody's giving me a prostate exam.
No, you can give them yourself.
I can stop that with Braille.
That's why the asteroid's coming.
Oh my God, we've gone
tape. I put some duct tape on one side of my
gone down that path. What's the name of that?
I don't know. We should back out.
So what are you saying? Like JJ's proctologist is the the guy that says, "Okay, now JJ, you're gonna feel a little pressure," and JJ looks back and says, "Hey doc, are you checking my prostate if both your hands are on my hips?"
I'd have my butt cheeks taped together like a butterfly stitch.
That's what really happened to JJ's eyeball. Okay. We're gonna leave.
All right.
We'll leave it at that. We don't want to walk the rebel path anymore, so we gotta get back on the straight and narrow.
It's always about the Hershey Highway with you, Popeye. What's up with that?
Well, I take my cues from other hosts on other networks. Apparently, it gets them ratings, so I figured maybe we try it out.
Oh boy, here we go. There goes the dig. There we go. Turn the screws, Popeye. That's the way. Turn the screws.
Oh man.
Okay, on the straight and narrow. On the straight and narrow. The Canaanator. Speaking of getting poked in the eye with something, the Canaanator responds today, says the allegations are false that he forced a woman down between his crotch when she asked, "What do I need to do to get a job?" I grabbed her by the hair and says, "Come here, baby. I'll show you what you do for me, baby."
Is that what he did to the blonde that was hanging out with Gloria Eldred?
Yeah.
No.
She's like, "Oh, he touched he put his hands down my skirt and touched my genitals."
It was just TSA
about it.
Yeah, and then she proceeded to go,
TSA.
Then she proceeded to go on and say how Yeah, baby, let me give you a bailout. I'll bail you out. You take care of me, you know what I'm saying? And so, of course he denies it all, but I find it kind of interesting, that there's 3 women. Come on, guys. I mean, there's 4. Okay, so 4. So, obviously, this says something about his character,
He gave
These are probably the same 3 women that went after Clarence Thomas.
It was part of his jobs program. He was giving them all jobs planting tulips.
Planting tulips. Yeah, that's right. But, I mean, think about it. So this says something about it. I can't stand it when I hear, I don't give a shit. I don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? That's old news. No, it's not. It's important. It's like Bill Clinton. He was a shyster son of a gun, and that's why I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Yeah,
Kane looks evil, though. When he smiles, you can see it in his face. He's like,
he does, man. Absolutely. So
like,
I mean,
if David Icke and the other researchers are correct about reptile people, he's one of them. Him and Hillary Clinton, without a doubt.
One of them.
If they really are riptoids or whatever the hell they're called, then without a doubt, him and Hillary, listen to me. I'm taking the word evil and Hillary and putting it together. That's what happens. I mean, that's what she is. She is evil. But Hillary Clinton is evil. Did you see her video when she got caught by CBS? Well, I shouldn't say caught. That's staged, of course. But they shoot her during the supposedly in between the interview, and she's like, we came, we saw. He died, talking about Gaddafi.
Yeah. How about when she was talking about pulling into Sarajevo? Yes, I remember when we flew into Sarajevo and bombs were flying and missiles were bombs and missiles and hand grenades. And then the flight attendant's like, no, we landed on a secure runway and we were given a military escort. There were no She's like, she's a liar. Hey, what would be the worst job if you were a bodyguard? And you opened up and you got your assignment that morning that said Hillary and Bill Clinton on it. They've already got 8 bodyguard bodies on the Clinton death list. Can you imagine?
4 of them died at Waco.
Yeah, can you imagine? I would quit my job. I'd be like,
Dude, they were like, you're a police officer, and today your assignment, you're getting transferred to the guard duty of the Clinton family. I'd be like, and here's my badge.
Here's my
gun.
Give me that needle.
I quit.
Now watch me jab the needle into my eye so I don't have to take duty today. Let Popeye have duty.
That's what JJ did. JJ stabbed himself in the eye rather than be one of the Clinton security guards. That's the true story.
Dude, don't forget it.
Let me tell you something. I would stab myself in the eye if they wanted me to be a Clinton bodyguard. They all end up dead. You see?
But no one else. Hell, Popeye, I'd stab you in the eye if that were the case. If you needed help, hey, what are your friends for?
but knowing how shysty those Clintons were, right? Why in the hell would you want Herman Cain? And secondly, do you guys believe the poll numbers?
No. I believe Ron Paul is. I believe the straw polls when Ron Paul wins every one of them. Okay, except for 1 or 2 of them where he came in like 2nd or 3rd place. And
he
either
came
one
in
of them,
second at the Iowa, right?
Right. No, I believe.
Like 6 votes or something like that.
He only Tim Bachmann by a couple votes. I think it was like 100 or something like that. Votes, not many. And it came out that most of those votes were bought. There was like 300 and something missing Ron Paul votes. So, which I think it was actually like 200 votes. And then with the missing votes, it would have put him over whatever. He's won all these other straw polls to the point where it's like gotten ridiculous. To the point where the news people are like, oh, well, the polls don't really mean anything. Really?
Do you know I saw a story today?
What was the story on, Jules?
The story was on how Obama hasn't lost it yet because with the Electoral College, he might actually pull this off. I was like, really?
All right, we'll be back after this break.
Says the blind man.
Says the blind man. With the electoral vote, the electoral vote.
Bumper music's getting catchy.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to What the F***. And guess what? You will not find too much intellectual conversation here on Monday nights. You'll find but that's about the level of mentality.
I'm serious tonight. You guys just won't let me.
Well, this is like I said before.
You.
When people ask what this show is about, the show is like all the hosts from the network coming together and sitting at a bar.
BSing.
Drinking beer and smoking cigarettes or other things, because it's maybe a smoke shop in Amsterdam that we're drinking beer at, and it's legal there.
Or it's polls up in New York.
Oh, what is the malted liquor? What gets you drunker quicker? What comes in bottles or in cans? Beer! Get enough of it. Beer! How we really love it. Beer! Makes me think I'm a man. Beer! I could kiss and hug it, but I'd rather chug it. Beer! Got my belly out to here. Beer! I could not refuse it. I could really use a beer. Beer! 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 Beer!
How many bump tunes have harp in them? Oh, man.
No, have a harp. Not the listeners were like, harp inside of the bumper music. That'll be a conspiracy on the message board somewhere.
Jones,
Orion Talk Radio runs harp through its bumper music.
We'll be on InfoWars. They'll be accusing us of being shills. We're NASA.
We're not.
JJ's a shill. You gotta be careful with that guy.
I'm a Jack Blood shill. You're an Alex Jones shill, dude. Shut up.
Yeah, I know, because I went on Jones's show once, and now I'm evil for it.
That's right. Now you are co-intel.
This was before you knew any better.
Well, I mean, I think it's retarded that if you go on someone's show as a guest, or if you have, how about if you're a host and you have someone on your show as a guest, people will be like, well, you automatically support everything they say. No, but I believe in the person's freedom of speech.
Yeah, you believe that you're a Freemason. That's the only free you believe in.
Oh, yeah, that's what you're free. You probably do secret society stuff behind the scenes. You're right, because I'm funded by the Republicans and the neocons. And then the liberals, well, that's what the liberals will say. And then the Republicans will be like, you're funded by the liberals. Which is it? Because I'm not getting my check from either side yet, and I'm a little irritated. Because it's costing me an arm and an MF leg. So let's get her done. If you're going to pay me, well, let's get that check. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, start sending the cash.
Yeah, start sending the guap.
What's up? I want my money, man. You got my money?
Hey, Popeye, answer the phone.
Answer the phone, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a caller. Caller, 716 area code. You are live.
716.
Yo, hey, motherfucker.
He starts right.
Is this who I think it is?
Yeah.
Is this who?
Herman
Is this,
Cain.
it is
Yeah.
Herman Cain.
That's right. Yeah, it's me, Herman Cain. Listen, I've been listening to you motherfuckers go on for a long time here, talking about me sticking my hands down some ladies' pants, and all I got to tell you is I never did it. Never done did it. Never done do it. I didn't do it.
Are you trying to say you ain't never done
do it?
What?
Are you trying to say you ain't never done did it? It's all on the
What I
news
just
now.
said. Didn't I just say that? Now, come on, man. Get the wax out of your ears and listen to what I'm saying. Okay? The media all over my ass because I'm black. You know that. Okay?
Yes.
If I was a rich white guy named Bill Clinton, nobody cared what I did, no matter what the stains was on the blue dresses. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you about the Federal Reserve, Herman.
I don't want to talk about that.
How about the barbecue sauce on the
Can I ask you this? Is it all pink on the inside, Herman?
That's what I hear, but I don't know firsthand. You know what I'm saying?
Herman, exactly how evil are you?
Oh, I'm not evil at all, man. Just ask anybody who know me. I'm a fun-loving guy, People love me.
I have another
and,
question for you. Why did Godfather's Pizza suck when you were the CEO?
Oh, that shit sucked before I got there, motherfucker. Let me tell you something. That was some of the worst food. I don't know what that was they were serving. They put me in charge. They told me, you got to sell that? If you don't like sell it, I ain't sell that to nobody.
Well, then why did you like take over the company and then continue serving that to people? Because honestly, when you were the CEO of a pizza company, your product sucked. It was horrible, tasted like cardboard. I would have rather eaten the ass end out of a dead rhino. So explain to me how people are supposed to vote for you and think that you can run a country when you can't even run a pizzeria.
Hey, let me tell you something. How'd you know that dead ass of a rhino was one of the ingredients in that pizza, dude? How'd you know? You used to work for them?
I knew their pepperoni tasted a little funky.
That's because his eyes don't work so well, so all his other senses have been...
Yeah. You, hey, by the way, you the guy that got poked in the eye with a tree?
Fraun, Herman. Don't forget that.
I'm just trying to look. I'm just trying to clear my good name. That's all I'm saying. You know, just trying to clear my good name.
I don't really know if you have a good name.
Over me.
I don't really know if you have a good name. First of all, your last name is Cain, and that's kind of biblical and a little weird.
Like Cain and Abel? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and then you come out with the 999 plan. Okay.
And how come it's always white bitches?
Well, you know, I can answer that, but I don't think I want to. I'm already in enough trouble.
All right, I withdraw that question.
So, hey, where are the white women at?
Where are the white women at?
Yo, Ken, that's what I'm trying to find out.
So, Mr. Cain, what you're telling me is you were a crappy CEO. You're obviously a womanizing piece of trash. Wouldn't surprise me if you molested little boys either. And you were...
Did you go to Penn State?
Yeah, you were formerly one of Sandusky's friends.
I tell you, Hermie, with all of this women's stuff and all the rest of the stuff you got going on, you're more than qualified to be president.
Yeah, right? Worked for the Federal Reserve. He looks evil. He's
qualified.
He forces chicks to give him head. And then, God, and he ran it. Took a business and ran it into the ground and destroyed it. Yeah, you really are.
And it was named after the Godfather.
Yeah, you really are presidential material, Mr. Cain.
You know, I got you guys all wrong. You're right. I am presidential material.
Oh, that's great. Well, we're glad you're encouraged.
What do you think of Ron Paul, Mr. Cain? I think Ron Paul could eat you for breakfast in an election.
Oh, come on now. Ron Paul, he crazy. Ron Paul just crazy. He crazy. Saying he want
to the Fed.
Go after the he end the Fed and all that. That's just crazy talk.
Why is it crazy talk, Mr. Cain? We have to end the Fed.
Well, no, I don't know if I'd go that far. I mean, there was a pretty lucrative job for me.
From what I hear, you'll go pretty far on just about anything.
That's what they tell me. I mean, no, that's absolutely false, Ken.
You just admitted it.
No, I don't know if I'd admit it. All right, listen, you boys, and the girl over there who hasn't said anything since I've been on the phone.
Because she probably is afraid of getting raped by you, you sexual predator. You better stay away from Jules. You hear us? We'll chop your hand off and feed it to you. Try to make her do anything, you creep.
I get a kick out of
vote for me.
I get a kick out of people saying. I get a kick out of people who probably don't even know a black person saying I'm disrespecting black people. Half my friends are black, you idiot.
You just saying that.
Screw you. That's right. J.J. Ing said, screw you, pal. Don't let the door hit you.
All right. I had enough of you guys. I'm leaving. Goodbye.
Well, good riddance.
Does that mean he's getting out of the campaign? That wouldn't work.
This is his campaign music. Check it out.
This is that's right, Ron Paul 2012.
Herman Cain's music. Have a listen, ladies and gentlemen. We're all walking down the street in a 70s movie with bell bottoms on, afros.
Oh, yeah. You're listening to What the Fuck on the Orion Talk Radio Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to let you know that during the break, another radio show host stepped up to the plate and chased Herman Cain as he was running out of the Orion Talk Radio Network studio.
This is huge.
And he was able to get into Herman Cain's face, and that would be Mr. Bob Tuskin himself. And right now, Bob is live with Herman Cain. Bob, are you there, buddy?
Yeah, hey guys, I'm going to go right to my interview with Herman. Herman, will you answer a few questions real quick? Herman Cain.
That's sort of fluoride. They put it in your toothpaste.
Yeah, P2, I got you.
Okay, so what we want to know is, do you know how dangerous that fluoride is and what that can do to your pineal gland? What kind of cancers that cause? Are you familiar with that?
Yeah, I remember all that.
Yeah, if you look at the back of your toothpaste on it, it says, warning, if you swallow this toothpaste, call poison control. So they don't want you to swallow the fluoride. You know that, right?
Shit, I swallow toothpaste. I eat toothpaste.
You eat toothpaste?
Yeah, I got a whole thing of toothpaste for Halloween.
Well, that's not good for you.
All right, he's walking away right now. I'm being pushed to the side by his buddy. Hey, don't push me, buddy. Don't push me. Back
I wonder why he had such good teeth.
Hands off the hair, pal.
Hands off our buddy Bob Tuskin. Be careful.
Don't touch the fro. Don't touch the fro.
He'll unleash the Medusa fro.
I got you, Bob. Don't worry. I got you, man.
You got to be careful though, because JJ gets taken out by palm trees real easily. So
yeah.
He's not much of a backup, let me tell you. I'm only screwing with you, dude. I'm sorry.
It's a ninja with a ninja palm, man.
What is that we talk about off air and how we talk to each other off air. This is a pretty good, I guess, example of some of the off air chatter. That's why I think it's important that I do everything I can not to be myself when I go on the radio.
How is it that you attract more trolls than any other radio host in the history of radio?
Well, it's because I'm Jewish, Joe.
Damn it! But wait a minute now, Popeye, you're just as Jewish as Bob is, are you not?
No, I'm what the Jews would consider only a half Jew. Because
I mean, at least his mother's the Jewish one, and the
yes.
That means he'll
still
and then leave you a little bit, right?
So by blood, I'm Jewish, but they can you know how in the Harry Potter movies they have the half warlock witch girl, half human, and they call her a mudblood because she's half human. Well, that's the way the Jews look at me. I'm like a mudblood. They're like, ugh, half goy. So I really don't fit in anywhere, because then the goy are like, oh, you're a Jew, never. I just don't fit in anywhere. It's all right. I've always been black.
Oh man, that's awful, man.
Bob's a good friend of mine. He doesn't discriminate because I'm only half Jew. He's nice to me, right, Bob?
I discriminate for other reasons, but yeah, exactly.
Postcard.
When I met Popeye, he was just a little guy at the VD clinic.
Oh, jeez. It was my first time there. JJ was on a first-name basis with the entire staff.
That's right. That's where I get all my salves. That's where I get my salves and my ointments.
Your salves and your ointments. And I heard Ken take a shot at me. I heard that, Ken.
Me? I didn't say anything. I'm just sitting back here being nice, listening to all of this stuff.
Smart ass.
Listening to you guys talk to the guy with the Jerry curl or the Jerry juice or whatever the heck it is he puts on his hair.
Last week it was all about the activator.
Do they still make Jerry curl?
I don't know. Do they still make it, Bob?
Do they still make it?
Not that
Ken,
one.
at least I have my hair. Okay.
For now.
All right. Yeah.
What have I got? About 35 years on you there?
Yeah. I have my hair. Oh man, what?
Can I
Joe,
say,
are you
Bob,
balding
though?
too?
Oh, dude, horribly.
Oh.
What do you want to say,
by your
Jules?
response.
That's
I
all
just
right.
wanted
Hey,
to tell.
and it's all right. My golden locks still flow in the breeze.
Golden locks. That's cool.
What were you going to say, Jules?
Go ahead, Jules.
Oh, thank you. I wanted to tell Bob that I did see his newest video, and your hair is very luxurious.
Luxurious, huh?
Oh my goodness!
I mean, it was luxurious hair.
Bob,
You should be
wow.
proud.
It's
it's funny because I do some serious videos from time to time. Occasionally, I do serious video, and I'll be really passionate about the topic at hand, and I'll get more comments about my hair than the topics. I mean, we're talking about the world's coming to an end, and I'm talking about the fact that you all need to go to a underground bunker, and they'll say, "Well, this guy's got nice hair."
That's why we're
I'm serious.
rapping about your hair.
Or does he brush it?
That's why we're
and half the people say that they hate the hair and that how can anybody ever take me seriously, and they don't even hear what I have to say. I mean, if they would just wait a moment, they would understand that just by the merit of what comes out of my mouth, people shouldn't be able to take me seriously. They don't need to just look at my hair and judge me for my appearance.
Yeah, listen to your show, Bob.
Discussing this.
Don't listen to him, Bob. You got pretty hair.
Pretty.
Don't feel bad, dude. I'm covered in tattoos, and I get the same discrimination. I get people that think I'm like a neo-Nazi, and they're like, "Oh, you can't possibly be smart because you have tattoos. You can't possibly have an intelligent thought come out of your head." And then they sit down and they talk to me, and I've had people tell me, "Wow, you're not the person I thought you were." Gee, thank you. Thank you for judging me.
And hey, JJ, it is not pretty hair. It's luxurious. Get it right.
It's fabulous. I'm sorry. He's got fabulous hair.
I was being serious.
I've got a
It was
patch,
very
though.
luxurious hair.
Luxurious. Do you use products?
Well, are you trying to do? Are you trying to do dreads right now, dude, or are you?
Well, it's kind of the natural dread, Joe. And I got to tell you, one of the reasons why I've grown my hair out is to cover up the horns that us Jewish people have.
Bob, I want to let you know that your work has not gone and been in vain. Apparently, John Connor wants to let everybody know in the chat room that because of your video and because of your talks about preparedness, he has stocked up on 4 years of toothpaste ready to eat for when Elenin hits us. So there you go.
Kind of likens it to astronaut food.
Well, I've started a new campaign, and it's a spin-off from the Occupy stuff. You've heard of Occupy Wall Street, Occupy the Skies, Occupy Yourself, Occupy Building 7, which is a great initiative that's come from this all. Check it out.
Does this have anything to do with asteroids?
Occupy the Asteroids, Ken. OccupyBuilding7.org. But I came up with a new one, and it's Occupy Your Toothpaste. And you should just swallow as much of it possible. That way, they can't affect you with the measly amounts they put in our water supply of fluoride and all the other places. And that way, the chemtrails with all the aluminum that you're breathing in, that they won't affect you either because of, the Alzheimer's from the deposits in your brain. By the time they affect you, the toothpaste will have already dumbed you down enough so that you don't have to suffer and you don't have to fall a victim to the New World Order.
That's right. If you're not smart enough to see it, it's not happening.
So I set up a new website, occupyyourtoothpaste.com. Check it out.
I'm going there right now.
Should we go out there? Yeah.
Are we going to go hang out outside of Crest, like their headquarters, and be like, hell no, we won't go. We are the 99% who don't brush our teeth anymore. We are the 99% who don't brush. No, I'm only kidding, ladies and gentlemen. You can get toothpaste that is fluoride free. Yes. So you should occupy your toothpaste. You should actually occupy your entire medicine cabinet.
Or baking soda.
Yeah. How about just occupy your brain? Let's start with that. If you occupy your brain and you actually start to use it, maybe you can pay attention to some of the stuff and see through some of the humor and see what we're really getting at.
You're making this very difficult, Popeye.
I know. I'm getting all analytical. I'm sorry. It's my brain popping back into gear. I'm sorry. I'll put my brain back into neutral for the rest of the show.
Oh.
I can't wait for YU 55. Why you can't drive 55? I don't know, man. Because I got a lead foot.
You mean you can't wait to see it pass and wave and say it's.
JJ's got some huge asteroids right now. In fact, he's going to the doctor to get them taken care of.
I thought that was elephantitis.
I got a cell for that.
Elephantitis of the eyeball.
Hey, we'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Take us out, Ken.
Take us out, Ken.
Oh, I hope everybody's enjoying the conversations going on here. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. All you people in the chat room, you seem to be having a good time. We're having a good time here. Everybody's having a good time, except for Herman Cain.
And
we'll
JJ.
be right back. And JJ, who poked himself in the eye with a tree.
Flawless science.
Hey, we want to welcome everybody back. It's WTF Mondays with all these nice people in the chat room. You got Popeye, you got Jules, you got JJ, you got Joe Joseph, and you've got Bob Tuskin and some other guy named Orion. So, we're back for the last 15 minutes of the show, so let's have some fun. How about it, Bob?
Depends what the definition of is.
Well, we were asking how you got so many people in your chat room tonight, and you were talking about this inbound asteroid slant comet slant dark star slant Death Star.
Yeah, actually, the comet itself put out a transmission which attracted so many people to the chat room tonight. In addition to that, I used the new conditioner for my hair.
Nice.
So that really helped. Yeah, I was happy about that.
I just knew it.
So you know, it was a combination of things, and plus, I'm Bob Tuskin. You know,
you are, dude.
I mean,
you definitely are Bob Tuskin.
And I have to think.
Well, apparently the meteor, asteroid, whatever the hell it is, it actually came on Bob's show itself and did a couple segments on Bob's show. That's the kind of pull that Bob Tuskin has. Apparently, he can get
literally gravitational pull.
Gravitational pull. I was just listening to Joe. It was a tough interview. Let me tell you, it was fiery at moments, and it kind of fizzled out at others.
Ugh.
It was tough. It left a big crater afterwards, though, let me tell you.
Oh, God.
This is a bad joke that keeps getting worse.
It just keeps getting worse, man.
I was that kid in school where they would say, kill it. Kill the joke. It's over. It's done. You killed it. You killed it, Bob. I was that guy.
You got beat up a lot as a kid, didn't you, Bob?
Nah. Can't say
Bob was that smart-ass kid in high school.
I'll be honest. I didn't get beat up.
Dude, I got you, man.
I never got beat up, guys, but I will be honest in saying that I was the kid that everybody else would say to me, how have you never gotten your ass beat? And I would say, I don't know. They're like, if you talk like that, somebody's going to kick your ass. And I kept saying, okay. And I kept talking like that. Thankfully, knock on wood, it's never happened.
And today it's led to how Bob Tuskin treats everybody around.
Well, I've taken that personality disorder and have applied it to my radio show. So call me up and give me some BS, and you'll see why it is that I'm such an ass.
Wow.
Bob's professional at it. Apparently, he's got a
very good. He's top notch, best in the industry.
I believe Bob's
888-320-6151. 888-320-6151. I'd love to chew you out. Please call me.
Oh, God, the phone's going to be ringing off the hook.
Well, they can't because the screen's frozen up.
Yeah, my screen's frozen. But, hey, if Jimmy feels like answering, just add him to the call, Jimmy.
Just add him. Add him, dude. Anybody out there that wants to call up with some hate mail or some hate talk for old Bob?
Yeah, 10. Well, I wouldn't say hate talk because I won't tolerate retarded. There will be none of
You
that.
can say whatever you want. This is free speech guaranteed.
That's right.
That's right.
Occupy Orion.
Right, go ahead, try it. We'll see what happens.
Click.
Click and Clack ran a boat. Guess who fell? Clack fell out. Who's left?
Did you see the picture I dropped in?
People are gonna be like, I don't get the joke.
I don't get it, man.
Well, of course you don't. You got stabbed in the eye by a freaking tree in your kitchen at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Not just a tree, a palm tree. Come on now. They're always trying to make it sound like it was less devastating than it was. I was
The
devastated.
doctor asked you what the hell a palm tree was doing in New York State. Did he look at you like, huh?
Yes, they did. Looked at me like I was. They knew I was serious because I mentioned ninjas and I mentioned palm fronds. So they knew I was serious. I already made my own patch with a.
You told them Charlie Sheen and the Vatican assassins and the Clockwork Elf who were smoking DMT all came to your house and poked you in the eye.
Boy.
No, I just told them it was a deadly hand-to-hand battle
with Charlie Sheen's hernia.
Yes, that's what.
I've seen his hernia. I've seen it.
Thanks for those pictures.
That's what I was.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
I really needed to know that.
Yes, that's very true. Now, can we just get serious just for a minute?
No,
just for a second.
Try.
I promised I was going to be serious tonight. Now, I just want to know, is there a mangina in the house? And if so, can we hear?
Let me attempt to be serious for a moment. Hey, Joe, I interviewed Phil Restino. You guys know Phil Restino, right? From Veterans for Peace?
Yes.
Anyways, he comes up to Gainesville for the Hemp Festival, which I spoke at, and he set up a wonderful table where he handed out all sorts of great stuff. And we were talking, and he mentioned that the Veterans for Peace National Group, which has done everything possible to gatekeep his request to offer articles to impeach Obama.
Yeah.
Because they're still in that BS left-right paradigm or whatever. Anyways, long story short, they finally did pass on a national level a resolution to impeach Obama, but they've kept it under wraps. I think that's pretty interesting because if that was to break through to the lamestream left progressive types, the MoveOn.org types that are very much anti-war, which is great, but that was to get to them, and they were to realize that this scumbag of a puppet we have, who's no different than the other scumbag of a puppet on the other side, has created just as much of a mess when it comes to conflicts with our military, if not more of a mess than when we started. So I'm glad that they finally reached that. I wanted to share that with you. I don't know if you heard that or not.
No, that's fantastic. I mean, if it's not going to be for that, I mean, look at Eric Holder. That guy should hang from the nearest tree. And he's part of the he's part of the Obama administration. And like Popeye, when a ship runs aground, what happens to the captain?
Oh, he gets taken out to the woodshed, as it were.
That's right.
And he gets handled. It's never a good thing. And this dude's a turd, dude. I mean, Holder goes back to the Waco thing and everything else. He wasn't the attorney general at the time, but he was like the assistant attorney general, whatever the hell the title is. He had his fingers involved. He knows where bodies are buried going back to the Clinton administration. This guy is an evil piece of crap. He would climb over his dying mother to F his sister. That's the kind of guy Eric Holder is.
Well, there's been a new story. Sorry, Ken, go ahead.
I said he'd do his mother first.
Oh, yeah, sure. He's that kind of scumbag for sure. But there's a new scandal on the Fast and Furious tip. It's called Operation Castaway. Have you guys heard about this yet?
Nope.
No.
This is real fresh, okay? And I don't know that I know all the details. But when you get a chance, Google Operation Castaway. Because as far as I can tell when it comes to Holder and Big Sis Janet Napolitano, who admitted that she had known about Fast and Furious for months before, and she was caught lying about whether or not she had any foreknowledge of the Fast and Furious campaign. Anyways, long story short, it seems like Fast and Furious is just the tip of the iceberg. And Operation Castaway, which is something you should look up, is going to be one of the next ones, and so on. I mean, this is just continuing our trip down the rabbit hole of government corruption.
Absolutely.
Sundays on the Orion Talk Radio Network. And what other days are you down the rabbit hole? Wednesdays and Fridays?
Wednesdays and Fridays.
And don't forget the Freedom Link Radio, which is on Orion. And Ken's show, Information Nation, I believe, right? Did I get that right, Ken?
You got it right,
Sundays.
there, Bob.
But
Sundays,
Ken and Fodder Ken.
Let's see if I can get Ken's time. Sundays, I want to say 8 to 10, 10 to midnight.
10 to midnight.
I was close. 10 to midnight. And then, last but not least, one of the most established, informative, and entertaining, very entertaining.
Jules?
What's that?
The Jules?
Yes,
JJ.
Jules, who helps
JJ.
with... no, I was... yeah, JJ. JJ,
Jules is on Jimmy X's show.
She is.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
But JJ's on at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning.
And
Yeah,
Jimmy
JJ's
comes
the
on
only
the
one
next-
of us that gets up at 8
You
o'clock.
wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning to go on the radio?
No, he's up at 8 o'clock. He wakes up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, gets stabbed
No,
in
I
the
know.
face by a palm
One
tree.
morning I was up real early and I saw him and he messaged me. Remember when I went on the radio show, JJ? I was surprised to see you online then.
No, I get up early.
He gets up early, stabs himself in the face with a palm frond, and then
Well, people
goes,
need to wake
And then
up.
goes on the air.
That he's
People need to
palm
wake
sitting.
Wow.
Oh, God, we always run out of time.
We always
You
run
know,
out of time. Oh,
Just when we were getting to the cheerleaders that jabbed JJ in the eye.
Well,
Their pom-pom.
don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, because
It's
the
still
fun
the
and
past.
jocularity continues off the air. You just won't hear it. But again, like I said, it's a good program to have where all the hosts can just come back, relax, unwind, and it just happens to be on air, and you guys are subject to whatever we're talking about. But thank you for listening. We'll be back next week, Monday,
Hopefully.
We're not racist. We hate everybody.
if Jimmy doesn't turn us off.
U55 is going to kill us all.
If we make it past U55.
It was
Alright,
nice all you
thanks for
people to
having me.
listen to us tonight.
The music is going to kill us all.
9/11/11.
Yeah.
This is an emergency. We are interrupting this broadcast. What the... If this was a real emergency, you would all be dead.